Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm live, I hope. Lucius Live, kind of a spontaneous broadcast here. Just finished up watching the show that I am a huge fan of, The Glory, a Korean show. Hold on a second. Let me, what? The settings have changed. Present is now share screen. Okay, there we go. So sorry, guys. This is amateur stuff right here. This is boomer stuff. They titled it all. Everything I was used to is gone. But yes, this is the art from it. If you look at it, the story. And I found that there's a whole new Netflix. When you go onto Netflix and you go for Korean broadcasts and you start watching it and enjoying it, and The Glory is just like this revenge tale, and it's one that takes time to kind of really hit the mark. I think the biggest hurdle is going to be the first couple episodes for most people, even for me, and even for the I guess you'd say the smart watcher. Um, it's hard to kind of get past this hurdle where it's just like, wait, everybody is looking sideways at this thing. Like this is getting monumentally harassed, assaulted, and abused, and it's hard to think that like, any system would look past this whole thing. But it's the whole premise for her revenge tale, and I guess you let it slide in a way. But for me, like as far as the smell test, it's just like no fucking way. There's no way all these people look aside. I mean, including the people in the tormentors column, look aside on what happens to this lady the whole way up. However, it just makes the revenge tale that just more satisfying in the end, and it's one of like probably the most beautifully written pieces. I don't know. Maybe if you watch enough of it, you're not surprised by anything. Um, certainly I've watched enough of these Korean shows now that I see like certain cadences, structures, repeated elements, but this is unique and on its own. So most of the Korean ones are either very dramatic, set in like the Joseon period, like 1700s ish period, and also very romance driven. And there's a bit in this, but you're talking about like maybe across the scope of the entire structure of 16 episodes at 50 minutes to 100 or sorry, an hour and 30 minutes an episode, maybe 5 minutes of romance, but no, it's all about romance thing, and it's so great. It kind of reminds me of somebody messaged me earlier today of Mr. Vengeance or Vengeance series of Korean shows. Now it's not as violent, hyper violent. It's not cutting off the or cutting through the Achilles heels of a character, uh, selling kidneys, ripping out teeth, bashing in heads, and everything like that. It has glimpses of that. All right, so it does tread into like rated R territory for a moment or two, but it's largely PG-13. But it's all about very slow time of revenge, and happens over I think 10 to 18 years, something like that, as far as like how they pace it. Like this is where like she's accumulating wealth and reach to and like get around her tormentors from her youth, and it's a great story, or at least compelling story. I don't give away too much on it. but yeah, it's definitely got like hardcore murder scenes. Primarily deals with like burn stuff throughout the whole thing. And yeah, there's a great tit shot I did not expect because it was so clean all the way through that I was surprised by that later on in the series. I'm like, oh shit, didn't see that one coming, and it's only for like a couple seconds. They're very conservative, I guess, in how they do excessive stuff on these shows. But it's definitely for Netflix. It's been something I haven't seen much presented on. Nothing new, nothing exciting, especially on the American front. And I'm telling you, you start watching these Korean shows, you'll see there's like an entire drama set or whatever that's going on. Now, most of it's like kind of romance driven, and it's like they fall into each other's arms under cherry blossoms or something like that. There are these other series here. Let's see here. Fucking this present button is giving me issues. Click on it for me. Why? Motherfucker. Here we go. Sorry guys, I'm boomering through this stream, guys. That's my problem. Arthur Chronicles, which apparently is going to get a little bit more coming up this year. The great thing about any of these Korean series is they're like an hour-ish to an hour and 20 minutes. And this is one, once you get past the first couple episodes, it's really great. You have to like dive into their own unique mythos. I'm sure in Korean folklore, there's something where you can kind of like hook onto it better than American folklore. But essentially, it's like two separate races across each other, and the one gets genocided up front very quickly. It's not big spoilers. This is just kind of setup. We're talking about like episode 1 and 2. What's more important is the way that the mixed breed, human and this other race, and how they get treated and everything that goes on. And it's very fatalistic. Even though it's got like this narrative to it of like basically here's journey kind of thing. At the same time, it dives into this aspect of like fatalistic writing where it's just like sort of the further you try to steer away from your own fate, the more you actually steer into it. And there's so many elements that they write up front that lead into last episodes where you think it's like throwaway elements or it had more importance, more bearing on the character writing or something up front. And then you're just like, oh, shit. They tie that into this whole separate plot element way later on. And it's got great like settings and everything. The one thing I find looking through all the Korean dramas and stuff, I fell into this, man. I went down this rabbit hole, and there's stuff where it's just like you're just thinking like, this is so deep looking. This is like bad effects. This is horrible. Everything. No, this is a great actual setup show. I think the worst is like have this like purple blood element to the mixed breed people. That's probably the cheapest looking thing. It doesn't really come in that often. It's not used that, other than identification purposes, which is a plot element to it. It's not really used that much. But I recommend this. And there's another one called Alchemy of Souls. Let me just pull it up real quick. More like comedy driven, but also it has great like plot building and stuff that I think if you were expecting it to come up, like they blended in well enough. It's as if like they completely structured some of the elements of the whole show. And I believe all these are done. Well, other than Arthur Chronicles, which has got another thing coming up because it didn't get wrapped up. These are top tier. Of course, people I think have been recommended on where it's like the zombie series and Squid Games, which I think it just got by with the whole element of like mass mass killing in the game category kind of thing. Um, it just lacks on to everything I think everybody uh, would possibly be drawn to. Like you can make a fucking YouTube series out of it if they allowed it, where people get executed for money and all that. And what was the other one? There's some other show that was on par with that. Can't remember. Anyways, those were the shows I want to get at. The Glory, which is what this thing was started about. You should definitely watch it if you haven't watched it. They just released the second half this Friday, so I can't imagine you all watched this shit before I did. As a mega fan, I just chugged through it, went through it all. However, before we close out, since I'm here and live, and I don't know if y'all really fucking care what I show on it. I do want to go over the Lost Pages 3, all right, by the Zay Brothers, mainly just because it just looks fucking awesome. I'm an art slut, whore, whatever you want to call. A lot of this art just looks so good, man. It looks so good. The regular page here looks great. Hold on. This looks fucking great, guys. I'm sorry. Looks fucking great. We got the Simon Bisley cover here. Slutastic. And sorry. Then I mean, look at this page, man. Tell me that isn't just fucking awesome looking art. All over. And it's like I just keep scrolling down. It keeps looking awesome. I don't see a dull thing in the whole picture. Now, arguably, this is the dullest looking thing, but this is a sculpt, guys. I want to see the real deal. Just see how it actually is printed out. According to Phil, now it would be like 5. Does it have the actual size? I think it's like 5 inches tall or something like that. Not bad when you consider you're going from base to top here, and there's a lot of mass in the width. Like this wouldn't be necessarily a small piece overall. And he said he had proof somewhere, but I didn't do my due diligence to pull it up. But here in the 3D model concept, it looks pretty fucking good. We've come a long ways, guys. 5.25 inch figure. Okay, so 5.25 inches. That's probably what I'm looking at on my screen right now, or close to it. That's not a bad size. Do the math, throw out your rulers or your peen, whatever is going to give you the best measurement there, and figure it all out. Yeah. Besides that, man, there is one more thing. There is the great debate that's been going on for a while now, which is, would you or would you not do the smallest woman in the world? All right, and I'm gonna pull her up here. I posted this clip myself because I know who she is, and I kind of think I'm falling on the ladyboy side. It's like, so smallest girl in the world or Thailand ladyboy, which do you want? Listen to this clip before you make up your mind. All right, you have to listen to her talk. Hopefully, hold on. I'm gonna make sure I have like my settings right on the sharing here, because I noticed that I think it'll be all right. All right. Hopefully you have the audio on this. Share audio. Here we go. They added that back in. They got rid of it and they added it back in. So we're gonna go with the yes. This is the smallest one in the world. Talking. Okay. Is this for the talking? But it actually also shows her frailty. Her father was just walking her. The father fell, but she broke her leg. But this is a common element, is that she does not have the bone structure for anything. So I feel like if you do engage in coitus with this woman, you might actually kill her. You might actually do enough damage to kill her. But just listen. Just this is the voice you're gonna have to listen to as you go through the act.
कश्मीर में पहाड़ियों पे बर्फ पे घूमने गए थे, वो मैं पापा के गोद में थी, तो पापा का पैर स्लिप हो गया, तो पापा गिर गए, तो फ्रैक्चर हो गया मेरा। कश्मीर
All right. I did not enhance this. I did not give it extra any audio. All right. If it sounded like it was a person on helium talking, yes. That is the smallest one in the world talking. Like Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse on helium, yes. That's the last thing. I know I've kind of tarnished this whole talk, bringing that into it, but I really feel like it ties it all together. It really does. So, anyways, that's my review. I didn't want to spoil too much on it. Go watch The Glory, for fuck's sake. Watch it. What else? I'm tired of you guys. All right, little rant. I'm tired of you guys talking about these fucking shows you fucking hate, Mandalorian, Picard, etc., for seasons on end. Here I'm giving you a show from start to finish, pretty much. Few episodes here and there. Now, if I'm being honest, on The Glory, towards the ends, it gets a little melodramatic, a little too like yelly, on their actresses' side, because it's largely female on female bullying that they talk about. Like, I mean, there's not a whole lot of guy on guy stuff here. And I'll say this much: I just finished the last episode, and even when I thought they were doing like a saccharine kind of like overcoat on it, and look, I think most people want kind of happy endings for their characters in their stories. They just do another like heaping of revenge over top of it, man. It's like they just made like a meatloaf and they just put this sauce of revenge over top of it to coat it off. It's great, man. It's probably going to be one of my favorite shows. I'll probably rewatch it very shortly since it's all done. And I don't remember the exact details of the first half of it because they released it. I think I watched it in February, early February, late January, and my memory's for shit. So I forgot some of the details, but I remember kind of general scope of it. And yeah, it did not disappoint. It does do some cheap tricks, but overall, I think it's very fair to you as a viewer in terms of what it gives you and doesn't give you, surprises you with, and all that. And it's very unique in the Korean drama aspect of the whole shows and everything. But you fuckers should watch it, all right? Just fucking watch it. It's like, what do you have to lose? Like, what are you watching that's better right now? Another rerun of Modern Day Family, or I don't know, guys. There's nothing better out there right now. I'm sorry to say. I hate to say it, but really, and you know, the one thing I love about all this Korean programming is it's very short on the woke stuff. I do think like they're trying to sneak in transy kind of things. Like there's a couple shows where like they rely heavily on like displacing people in time. Like so and so goes back 300 years into another time period and has to figure out where they're at, or vice versa, and cope with the fact that things aren't the way they used to be, or whatever. And the one was like Mr. Queen, where it's like a modern day high-end cook who gets put into the queen's body, and you think that's kind of like a trans element, but they don't play on it as hard as you think they will. Like there's comedy elements, but they kind of do play on elements you expect them to, and at the same time they don't. Like it's strange. It's a very strange thing, but that's how they start. That's how they sneak in. Beware of it, but it's much better programming than what you're getting right now on Netflix in the US. Your top 10 ain't gonna match any of these. Give yourself the benefit to watch. All right, for the fuck's sake, The Glory, Dog Chronicles, Alchemy of Souls. Those are my top 3 recommendations for you. Go there and get it, boys. And if you think they suck, just stop. Just stop watching. Do it for yourself. Take your time. Life is short. Find some other hobbies or something. Take care. It's your boy Lucius. Lucius Live here. Ending. Have a good night.